Okay, in this section, we will talk about which platform to use, which is why all platforms except TikTok will die. First of all, let's talk about it. This death does not necessarily mean that it has closed down or disappeared, but that everyone has forgotten about it. For example, is Jume Yupin still alive? Is Mogu Street still alive? Just such a state. First, let's take a look at how to judge the future development trend of a platform. There are usually two perspectives. One is the user side, and the other is the creative side. Looking at the user side first, we want to mention a word called the Matthew effect. We will find that there is such a trend. In the past, we went to the market. Then there were large supermarkets, and now it is internet shopping. We will find that the internet platform will become more and more Matthew effect, and it will become more and more obvious. The leading companies make 80% of the money. Why is this? Its essence is a transaction cost. The lower the transaction cost, the higher the concentration will inevitably be. For example, the reason why you are willing to buy water for 1.5 yuan at the door of your community is not to go to Carrefour in the city center to buy 1 yuan of water. Why? Because your travel expenses and time combined exceed the 50 cents, so in comprehensive terms, the 1.5 yuan at the gate of the community is actually cheaper. What are transaction costs? It's your travel expenses and time. I have written an article before called, "Why are there so many oligarchs on the internet?" You can take a look at why there are so many oligarchs on the internet. For example, when taking a taxi, it's a certain group. When it comes to takeout, it's a certain group. When it comes to shopping, it's a certain treasure. And when it comes to short videos, it's a certain sound. Why is it easier to appear on the internet than offline? What is the economic law behind this kind of giant? How does it help our investment decisions? Let's talk about it today. Let's talk about offline first. For example, the same bag of rice costs 20 yuan per bag at the store at the door, but 19 yuan per bag at the large supermarket in the city center. A bag of rice is 1 yuan cheaper. Would you go to a big supermarket to buy it? Won't. Because you consider distance, time, tolls, and queues. All these things add up to much more than that $1. So only those retired old ladies with cheap time and free shuttles are worth the trouble and save $1. In other words, although things in large supermarkets are more affordable and high quality, you have to consider the physical space and the discount caused by time. Why is the canteen at the door more advantageous? There is almost no difference between buying something from a small website and buying something from a large website. You just need to open your phone, select the product, and then choose to pay. In this case, large and small websites are brought to the same starting line. The small website lost the transaction cost advantage of the canteen and was unable to fight back against the price difference of $1. In this case, large websites have an overwhelming advantage. The larger the website, the stronger the effect, the lower the marginal cost, the cheaper the product price, and the larger the market size. Therefore, the internet is particularly prone to this kind of oligopoly effect. What does this mean? Transaction cost. When transaction costs become lower and lower, the concentration will inevitably become higher and higher, and this is no exception in any field. What's the use of telling me these things? What use do these economic terms have for me in making money? Of course it works. When you buy a house without understanding transaction costs, you will definitely suffer a big loss. Did you think we were discussing economics? No, we are discussing houses. We are discussing why we cannot buy houses in the third and fourth tiers. The logic behind this is transaction costs. Specifically, it is the convenience of transportation. And this high-speed rail is a watershed in transaction costs, which greatly reduces transportation costs and accelerate differentiation between cities. It used to take you a day and night by train, but now you can arrive in a few hours. Transaction costs have dropped dramatically. So what is their result? The advantages of big cities will be highlighted, and more people will flock to big cities to compete for scarce high-quality resources. This is reflected in housing prices, which will definitely become more and more expensive. On the contrary, many third and fourth tier cities have lost a lot of talents after opening high-speed rail. Without the support of population and industry, it will be even less attractive. This is reflected in housing prices, which are priceless or gradually falling. These objective laws can be fast or slow, but they are absolutely not subject to human will. So if you are faced with a choice between a 200 square meter house in your hometown and a 60 square meter house in a big city, you must choose the latter. You must remember that there is only one amount of money, never use it in the wrong place, and never go against the trend. Okay, let's look at the second creative side next. There is a keyword on the creative side called maximum weight. You know that all platform companies involve a maximum weight. For example, taxi hailing software is connected to the driver side on the one hand, and the passenger side on the other hand. So who is more important, the driver or the passengers? The answer is the driver. If you have a driver, you don't have to worry about not having passengers. All I need to do is place an advertisement. So to put it another way, if the platform cannot allow drivers to make money, they will die. The same goes for short videos. Short videos have creators and users, so who is more important, creators or users? Of course the creator, as long as I have good content and high quality content. I just need to place ads and you will come and watch, but if I have a lot of users, I may not be able to bring my creators. If it cannot inspire my creators, this platform will die because users will not stay. So how can we inspire creators? Either you gain a lot of fans, or you gain more fans by cashing out. What is rising powder? It is a spiritual need. Hey, what the elder brother said is so good. Sex is all at home. You will have a spiritual need. You can stick to it, or you can realize it. You can make money on it. This is very direct, and it is a material stimulus. Okay, now that we understand this, let's take a look at the 4 criteria for a good platform. What is a good platform? We think it's 4 aspects. One is traffic. The more traffic there is, the larger the user base will be. The second is monetization. There are many ways to monetize, and the path to monetization is short. The third one is the system. It needs to have an incentive system with clear rewards and punishments. We can't all eat from the same pot. Just let the good ones get more, and let the bad ones go. The fourth is trend. The overall trend is upward. Okay, let's take a look at each platform based on this criterion. First, let's look at the short video platform. First, let's look at TikTok. TikTok's daily active users are more than 600 million, and it is estimated that there will be more in the future. What does it state? I think it's a bit like a drug. Its creators are so stimulated by the fans that they can't stop, and its users are so stimulated by the content that they can't stop putting down their phones. And its method of monetization is also becoming increasingly perfect. In the past, its monetization channel was not open. At that time, you even needed to open a Taobao account to divert traffic. It's different now. Now short video live broadcasts can be converted directly. If you see something you like, you can buy it directly. The path is very short. It connects fans and monetization links. For example, small stores like Zulang Mall carry goods, and there are also live broadcast rooms for selling. All goods are available. So if you give TikTok a score out of 5, I think it should be 5, 5, 5, 5 for 5. In terms of traffic 5 realizations, 5 systems, 5 trends. Okay, let's look at Kuaishou next. Kuaishou's daily active users are 300 million. Its users are relatively low income, and its monetization ability is slightly weaker. But it has a fatal problem. Its algorithm cannot identify high-quality content, which is very fatal. What does it rely on? It relies on central nodes, which means manually setting up several trusted nodes. Then this algorithm will be extremely backward. For example, when I had 300,000 fans on TikTok, guess how many fans I had in Kuaishou? 12. I also wrote something specifically to complain about. That is, you cannot identify an excellent author, and this is very fatal. As far as my content is concerned, it's not bad, right? I feel that a lot of what I write is very helpful to a lot of people. But I continued to post this kind of content for a long time. And in the end, I only had 12 followers. So if you were a new creator coming to your platform, what would it be like? So this is a very big question. In other words, although Kuaishou is very similar to TikTok in every aspect, it will lag behind in the future. So if I were to give it a score, I think it would be 4, 4, 3, 3. In terms of flow 4, realization 4, system 3, and trend 3. Let's look at Xiaohongshu again. Xiaohongshu's daily activity is 50 million. But there is a problem with the internet platform. There is no small and beautiful internet platform. There can be many application levels, but there can only be one operating system. Moreover, the closed loop of Xiaohongshu is very strict. It is difficult to divert traffic. Traffic and monetization are not well connected, and its monetization efficiency is relatively low. For example, there is a Korean mother-in-law cooking on Xiaohongshu. At that time, I saw that there was no problem in Xiaohongshu. You posted so many short videos of yourself. There are no products without goods, so what do you rely on to support it? I looked at his TikTok account again and found that he had opened a showcase for many products on it. At this time, I realized that his main battlefield was TikTok. Why did Xiaohongshu publish it? I've already done whether it's white or hairless, so why not synchronize it? This is the motivation difference caused by making money. Moreover, Xiaohongshu currently focuses on planting images and texts, and this short video is more of a defensive product. Short videos are a trend, and everyone is doing it, so it would be bad if you don't do it. So if you rate him, it should be 2, 3, 4, 3. The flow is 2, the realization is 3, the system is 4, and the trend is 3. Then let's look at the video account. The daily activity of the video account is claimed to be 500 million. This may seem like a lot, but don't forget that there is a dimension of data. The quantity of data is very important, but the quality is also very important. What is quality? It's just how many people created it for you, right? How long does the user stay? What do users look like and why do they come? This is a world of difference. For example, user portraits and video accounts are mainly middle-aged and elderly people in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th tiers. So why do users come? The videos on TikTok are very good, so I downloaded it specifically to watch it. And what is the video number? Because I happen to be in WeChat, so by the way, the logic is completely different. Secondly, there is another problem with this video account, that is, its entrance is too deep. You know this entrance is too deep. The experience of the internet is that with every additional layer, the experience will fall off a cliff. And you have stuffed so many things into WeChat, including videos, a circle of friends, various public accounts, and all kinds of things are in it. This will cause a kind of cognitive confusion. What does WeChat? Another problem with the video account is that his recommendations are wrong. Let me give you an example, and you will know. One day your mother-in-law found out that you liked a video and liked a video for a friend. She took a look and saw that you liked a video with long legs. What if she doesn't know this girl? Or one day your boss discovers that you liked a manager who just switched jobs. You obviously don't want this to happen, right? Accidents are not allowed. They must not happen. It's easy to solve it on TikTok. You just need to register a new account, right? You downloaded it anyway. But no one will register a video account just because of these things. If there is no such thing, I will either stop watching it. This means that the recommendation logic is wrong. In other words, without WeChat, the video account is nothing. Can basically be ignored. No need to look. All these short video platforms have a fatal problem. That is, no creator will produce specifically for this platform. Why did you update Xiaohongshu? Because I have updated TikTok. If I don't update Xiaohongshu, I won't update it. Anyway, I can send it simultaneously at no cost. Why do you want to update your video account? Because I have done everything possible to prevent my hair from becoming gray and white. That is to say, the only value of these platforms is synchronization. Next, let's take a look at the China video platform. The main platforms for Chinese videos are Bilibili and Zigua. Station B has a daily active life of 60 million, but its problem is that its users are too young, have insufficient payment capabilities, have low monetization efficiency, and have a relatively single monetization method. Zigua's daily activity is 30 million. Its problem is that it depends on TikTok and Tudiao, and its monetization is also very poor. Here we have to talk about a trend, which is video in the future. What is medium video? There will definitely be more and more videos like this that are 3 to 5 minutes or even 10 minutes long. Because short videos are less than 1 minute, their information content is too low. So longer videos will definitely become more and more popular in the future. But there is a premise for this, which is to solve the problem of information threshold. The threshold for you to watch the video alone is too high. How important is the threshold? Let me give you an example. For example, if you want to pay with a QR code, you go to buy something. WeChat is on the left and Alipay is on the right. You can use both. Which one will you brush? You must know how to use WeChat, right? Why don't you use Alipay? What is this threshold? Since it's not running yet, it needs to be reloaded. When loading, an ad may pop up on the lock screen for you, so you can just scan it. And when you were about to pay, it prompted a version update. Do you want to update? And finally, you remember what I want to do. You remember that I originally wanted to scan the QR code, but you find out where is the scan code button. I don't use it often, I'll have to look for it. Later, I said, hey, brother, can you hurry up? It has always been a threshold. WeChat is very convenient. I use it every day. I know where to scan the code. It is very convenient. So what's the conclusion? There are only medium videos in short videos, not independent medium videos. The other is that he has to rely on traffic, that is, subsidies to survive. But subsidies are not always available. Now you should understand why we should do it, and why all platforms except TikTok will die.